we are live, as I just warned the crew about, and then we got a whole reply of yeses that no one's gonna understand. It's gonna be beautiful. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for showing up for Dungeons and Demon Slayers. I don't know why the PDS chat is not properly working on the channel. Like, it should be showing up on the channel. I don't on the little thing. God dang it. Screams and goat as replied to Pigmas. What the hell, Eva? Alright, so
she's been playing too much Dead by Daylight.
I swapped really okay, well, that's the thing. Okay, I swapped over to a new computer, so everything is new in the setup, and I apologize if certain things are not working properly as they should be. I genuinely do not know what is going on with the chat. I will get that fixed immediately. So, bear with me as I fix things. Because I has to.
I mean, but it wouldn't be a Dungeons and Demon Slayers without technical difficulty.
You're not wrong. You're not. It wouldn't be a PDS stream ever if it weren't for this. So, I don't know why I'm not seeing the chat at all. Why am I seeing... But why, though? Why am I seeing... Okay. I'm right. It is on freaking Fat Dog, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah, it's the Fat Dog Studios.
Okay, because I'm not seeing the chat at all on any of the things that are connected to Fat Dog. I don't know why. Did somebody go through and mess with all the things? Please don't mess with all the things. I'm going to have to stab somebody if they went through and messed with all the things. All right, I got to go into Streamlabs now because because apparently like 4 things changed. Look, I went to sleep for 4 hours. What did you do, internet? Okay. You guys think Tony can be salty? Oh boy. Get ready for it. I don't need an introduction. I know what I'm doing on these. Please stop. Please stop doing the evil things to me. Dungeons and Demon Slayers. PDS chat properties. Let me just go back over here and copy paste. And pow. Hopefully messages start showing up. I don't know what to tell you guys. I am apologetic about this. I don't know what is going on. Like, everything was set up properly, and now everything's gone to hell? So, I mean, maybe I'm gonna have to put the actual chat itself up on the screen, because... reasons? Yeah,
I mean, if you have to, you just put it over.
I don't know what is going on. None of the chat boxes are showing anything at the moment. Like, it's really, really wrong how this is not working. Properties. Defaults.
That's kind of creepy. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to refresh Roll20.
Paste. Refresh.
Yeah, is anybody having issues with Roll20 now? Or is
that just no.
Okay then.
Sounds like it's just you.
It's like...
I mean, what issue are you having? Describe it.
Streamlabs,
so it's like everybody is like in the center of the map. Like the not the coins, but the...
But the what?
Like the avatar portraits.
Yeah, the avatar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having that too now. I just updated it. Not updated it. I refreshed it, and now it's doing that for me. Like, everybody's big and blocking the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand why this isn't showing the chat anymore.
So does
this
that mean I have
weird.
to? That's.
I mean, check your settings and see if like it's the.
Why did the chat box suddenly change?
Like player video avatar location and size. under chat avatars and game settings. Check that and see if that has been tweaked with, because maybe Roll20 did an update on y'all and things got moved around.
Yep, that's what it was. Got it fixed.
Where do you see that at?
Go to
It's under settings.
Yeah, go to the
Oh
little
dear God!
gear on
Well,
settings.
it finally
on the
showed
top
up.
Right.
I got the chat working. Holy shit.
Hey!
What are you saying, Hawk?
Oh my God! I just saw that.
Oh.
I'll message you.
Right?
All the messages come in at once. I love it.
Holy shit! That
Okay,
was
got
not
it.
okay.
Got it. Thank you. That was ugly. That was really fast, and I did not like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
I had nothing to do with it, man. You can't blame me. I didn't do
All right,
anything
No,
to prove it.
we'll blame whatever program that you were using.
OBS?
OBS.
actually,
Bad OBS. Bad.
Streamlabs is who you should yell at. I don't know why it's...
I'll pull out the spray bottle and the newspaper, and they will
the door.
know.
Bad Streamlabs, bad.
Don't
Okay.
forget the door.
Shit. That was scary for multiple reasons. Just saying.
But now we got everything fixed.
Well, as good as we can make it.
As
get.
as good as it's gonna get.
We got it to fat dog level of fixed. Let's be honest.
So we duct taped it. Got it.
I don't know how you duct tape a chat, but we did it. Don't ask us how. We could not possibly do this again.
Okay, first off, I believe we blame Carson normally for this.
No, we blame
no,
Val.
I'm not gonna blame anybody for this. I know whose fault it was. It was mine.
Okay, so we should now that everything is as fixed as
Let's
it's gonna
start
get,
the
we should
show.
probably we should probably start the show.
Quick update for the Log Horizon Abridged Christmas special. If you didn't know, that's what Project Cave is. We made the public announcement. Log Horizon Abridged Christmas special, everybody. We're not doing it during this, but we are going to be raising money yet again for this special because, as it turns out, we need fully closed mouth things in order to flap them. Right now, it just looks like a really, really good animatic, which is nice. But we wanted the characters to actually look like they were talking, and so we need them properly flapped. The good news is that's not going to cost nearly as much since we're only doing one thing, and it's like, let me go back and check the, let me check the convo I had with Ira. And, okay, and she already sent me the invoice. There are 24 images that require a completely closed mouth shot. And that is going to only cost $48. So it's not like crazy expensive. We don't need like a lot of money, but I mean it's $48 as soon as we have that. Now it's 48 in total. The goal that we're going to try to raise is about like somewhere around 55 just to make sure that when PayPal, takes its portion of it, we still have enough to pay the complete invoice. So I'm just overshooting for 55 just to be on the safe side. So want to be clear about why I'm going to say, hey, we need to raise $55 instead of the actual 48. All right? Not trying to hide anything from anybody. I want you guys to be as clear on the process as possible. So, the overall goal is $55, and then we can work on, I can send her the invoice for that, and essentially it should take almost no time at all. But the Log Horizon Abridged Christmas special is a mouthful, first and foremost, and it's about 80% done. We just recorded some pickups recently, and we'll be recording pickups for it all week long, and I'm just going to go ahead and apologize to the crew. I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention. I do have to record pickups during this with people, so I will be muted on one end, trying to type directions on another because I can't just jump into a separate call because I'm streaming this. So if I wasn't, I'd be like, hey, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. But yeah. Actually thinking about it, I may have to do it after. But I've got to record pickups. Shit. How late is Bryce staying up? Doesn't he live in the East Coast?
See.
Fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't live far from me.
He had to want to get it done Monday. The worst day. Alrighty.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat
The doors.
demons.
Yeah, I was gonna say demons.
Yeah, not the doors. Not the
Oh,
doors.
Okay.
I'm not going to war with doors, okay?
No, I'm on Atsuko on this one. We need to fuck the doors.
Exactly.
No.
No. I mean,
Reikoku,
I'm sorry.
Reikoku, you're on your own with this battle against the doors. I will have no part of it.
Yeah.
Hashtag team window.
Hashtag team window. Oh, that's
That's the
beautiful.
yeah,
I love that.
Reikoku's
That's the hashtag.
one and only Lord and Savior Windex.
I love that. In one campaign, I have Lord Broseph of the Swoley Nation, the Swoley Kingdom, and now we have Lord Windex. We have the holy Trinity of Windex. So the ultimate would be Lord Broseph, running up with an axe made of natty light, holding a bottle of Windex. Gotcha. Natty light, truly the drink of legends.
Do we have any other announcements?
That was it.
All right.
I
So
believe. Yeah. Oh no, I do need to plug one thing. If you guys haven't watched it already, please go check episode 2 of One Piece Alabasta Abridged out. Honestly, considering that I've worked loosely on both of them, episode 2 is my favorite by far, and I think it deserves a lot more attention. We don't know if it's lack of attention or if it's...
Additionally, another person who can vouch for how amazing One Piece Alabasta Abridged is someone who voices in it, who we have as a guest today. That's the transition.
Yeah, so no,
We got a
that
guest.
was no. I'm not plugging it that way. I'm just saying we don't know if it's YouTube's algorithm or whatever, or if
It could
it's
be
just
'cause of
lack
that
of
weird-
interest. So please, ladies and gentlemen, go check that out. Spread the word, share it, let people know this fucking thing exists, so that I don't have to keep hearing it from Tony. No, he's not mad or salty. He's actually kind of depressed about it. So guys. He thinks there's lack of interest entirely, and I'm like, clearly there was not a lack of interest from the previous episode. I think YouTube is screwing us. If it's YouTube screwing us, he's gonna be salty. If it's lack of interest, he's gonna be sad. Don't let him be sad. At least make him think that it's YouTube, so he can go back to being his normal salty self. He's gonna hate that I said that, but whatever. It's too late. I can't take it back. He'll have to punch me in the face later. Ha!
Which is never.
No, at some point he'll have to punch me in the face. We will meet up in person again at some point.
All right.
But considering his memory, it probably won't happen. All right, I now turn things over to our master of ceremonies.
Thank you kindly. Hello and welcome everybody to another session of Dungeons and Demon Slaying with. We actually have a special guest this time. If y'all haven't actually noticed the token off in the right corner, we have a special guest today, LegendByDesign, otherwise known as Cody Rock VO, otherwise known as Cody Chan,
also known as Best Boy Sojiro.
So.
So when last we left off with the main party, the Sweet Cinnamon Bun team, they were in the midst of a combat encounter with a very injured man who was very clearly not thinking about the fact that he was injured.
And paid for that deal.
After deciding to arm himself with rake, things went very poorly for him, as the group was like, oh, he's picked up a weapon now. Take him down. And after disabling him, he was in dire straits with collapsed lung and a couple additional bruised ribs, some broken, which point Aoki, the head of the Butterfly Estate, came over, grabbed him, and took him away to the urgent care center, and went ahead and patched up the party so that they would be not suffering grievously for their injuries. And the party left the Butterfly Estate to go shopping. Tenchi and Daisuke went to go pick up their swords that they had been waiting on, while Reikoku and Atsuko went around the shopping district to go ahead and look left at different times because Hikaru was going with Atsuko as that she went shopping, and then Reikoku was looking for gifts for his siblings, finding nothing of adequate lethal armament to give a 13-year-old.
And a 6-year-old.
and a 6-year-old. Or sorry, 2 13-year-olds and a 6-year-old. Let's be clear. The shopkeeper advised him about candy. At which point Reikoku conceded and decided that he would come back when this guy had a list of sweets that he deemed suitable. And Atsuko had left off where we left her in a shop trying to debate whether to steal an object or to annoy the shopkeeper into giving it to her. And that is where we'll just kind of quickly pick up, just because I already know the save checks you're gonna have to make for this, Atsuko. It's not gonna be easy, so feel free to attempt
Great.
your methods.
Well, excuse you. Whoever did that. Oh. Salty.
Yep, Salty Rick.
Salty.
Salty Rick, you need to stop, my man. Please.
I wasn't live on the stream when I said all that, so everybody's gonna be really confused. I just went, oh my god, Salty Rick has already raised the fucking money. So there we go. Alright, the Christmas special is funded yet again. You sent it to the wrong person, my guy, but sure, now it has to go through the process of being sent through PayPal twice, bro. And the sad thing is, you know which PayPal it had to go through because you have my personal PayPal.
Good job, Salty.
Well, gift horse and all that.
Merry Christmas.
No, it's Rick. I'm gonna be salty on Rick. Yeah.
But he's only supposed to be salty. It's in his name.
No. He gets.
He is the Lord of Sodium Chloride.
Who do you think? Who do you think delivers the salt?
But let's.
No,
but let's.
Please, what can
so
Brown
what
do for
role
you?
does? What role do we need?
That depends on her. Are you going to steal it, or are you going to again try and
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Okay.
All right, here we go. That's a 20.
Natural or
20 plus. Yeah, that's a get a 20. Yeah.
So it's a get out 20. Okay. So how are you going to persuade him? Use your words and eloquence.
Look, Mr. Shopkeeper guy, you seem like a pretty good guy. Am I wrong?
Well, I do consider myself to be a patron of the arts and all that, and a otherwise altruistic spirit.
I see. So, I'm really wanting that axe, really bad. So, could you please make that lower just for me?
What's your budget, darling?
200 yen.
He looks behind the counter for going through a couple different things, and pulls out a small dagger. It's in a purple lacquered sheath with black vine designs crossing over it, and he sets it out on the table and he's like, "This is probably price range."
She just gives the shopkeeper a blank stares and grabs Hikaru's hand and be like, "Have a nice day."
I mean, you're asking for a $3,000 item for $200.
Just gives up. Have a nice day. Just takes Hikaru's hand and just goes.
Hikaru is just very confused.
So as you all return to the hot springs, we'll go ahead and fast forward through the night to the next day, where as certain people did not arrive at the shop, you all wake up finding as you all kind of go down and have modest breakfast, some rice and vegetables and some cooked fish. You all find that there has been a package delivered to your inn with Reikoku, Hikaru, and Atsuko's names on it.
I like how
Well.
it just got generally quiet. By the
I
way,
was fixing
Yeah,
to say, I was
should
like, it
we
wasn't
open it, I
addressed to
guess?
me. I'm not gonna say anything.
it was
Well, I mean, it was addressed to all three of you: Atsuko,
All
Hikaru,
three.
and Reikoku.
Oh well, then he. While they're deciding, Hikaru's already torn his open.
Inside is a kind of
It's white
modest,
powder. Tell me it's white powder. Please tell
it's
me it's
not.
white. Damn it!
it's very modest, traditional black lacquered sheath, with a golden dragon moving through gray storm clouds, kind of painted onto the scabbard. The hilt itself is actually wrought iron wrapped in black fur and cloth, with an iron handguard that looks like a dragon chasing its tail. As you draw out the blade, its typical steel color immediately changes, as is wont for Nichiren blades. And the blade adopts a dull golden color that seems to have like small flecks and pinpricks of bright gold in it. It actually seems to kind of almost, as you move it across the light, it almost seems like the gray is moving like living storm clouds in the blade.
I will open mine like carefully.
Okay.
I re-sheathed the sword and put it on my left waist. Yeah, band.
Atsuko, yours is also in a traditional black lacquered sheath. However, going down it, instead of the storm clouds and dragon, like his, there are purple vines resembling wisteria flowers. And it has a steel hilt with black leather wrapped around it, and it has amethyst charms set into the wrapping, with a black steel handguard in the shape of a dragon with its claws extended. As you draw forth the blade from its sheath, the steel color changes to adopt a crystalline appearance, almost like mirror-like in its reflection, that looks a bit cloudy, almost like freshly mined amethyst.
She nods her head in like amusement, and she shoots it back, and then puts it on her back.
Reikoku, do you open your package?
He's not even there, is he?
This is the next day.
This is the next day. Yeah, everybody's at the inn. You're eating breakfast.
He can't open it. It was delivered near a door.
But no, I do open mine.
Your blades actually stand out amongst everyone else's in that there are, of course, two of them, linked together by a long black chain that have spiked, kind of like caltrops melded into the steel of the chain. And the sheaths are different. One is white with Ainu clan markings across them. The other is black with similar markings running down the sheath.
I open them up and take a look at them.
As you draw them out, the traditional steel of the Demon Slayers changes color and adopts a black hue, very crystalline, similar to Atsuko's blade, but this one looks more like a polished obsidian tool in its crystalline reflection.
Very, very dark.
Yeah, but it's still black.
Don't play with your tool.
And as you draw it out as well, as the blades catch the light, you watch the chains as well change color to this same black that is of the material, as you had requested that the chain be forged with Nichiren.
Yes. Thank you.
Man,
All right.
If I knew we could have ordered more than one, I would have ordered like 10 swords.
Yes, I need many swords. Mine have a tendency.
I do not trust that.
Yeah, no,
I
don't
need
order a
10
bunch of swords.
I'm like, all right, look, stop trying to outdo Roano or Zoro, okay? You're not 10 sword style. God damn it.
Christ.
No, it's just replacements in case I break.
What was that one dude from Rurouni Kenshin that had all those swords strapped to him all the time? Broomhead or whatever?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, it was
That guy.
that one guy.
No,
So-
no, I'm just gonna use the infinite sword attack from Soul Eater.
Oh God.
Jesus. So as
Well, at least we're keeping it anime.
yeah, keeping it in the anime family. As you all are checking out your blades, there's also a note attached with it, addressed to the whole party.
I have not read it. I immediately went back to eating breakfast.
But the letter in this package is addressed to the whole party. If anyone would
I will
like to
pick
open
up
it,
and read it,
okay. Tenchi picks it up and reads it.
since they're all opening their swords. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I just pulled the sword out, looked at it, was like neat, and then I moved back.
And then went back to food.
Went back to food. Look, it's the morning. The stomach wants what the stomach wants.
It was making the rumblies
It
that
was.
only food could satisfy.
that only hands can satisfy. Yes, yes. Oh man. That only ham could satisfy. There we go.
Yes.
Ham.
The letter, the letter inside is addressed to your group. It is a letter of summons from the director you all met the first time you were here, stating that he has finally found a mission that he can send you all on, as it took him a little bit of time to find just the right summons. He disclosed is the location that you all are to head to, as well as a map, and it even includes a name for your point of contact. It says that you are to report to Junsui village to the west. You will be reporting to a Mizunoto Demon Slayer who has been on the payroll for a quite bit longer than y'all, who goes by the name Haruto Aoki, and he will be your point of contact for this mission.
Yeah, this is nothing. We can ignore it. Back to breakfast.
All right then.
Oh,
A call to adventure. No.
One sentence derailed the whole
It's like-
Plot
No,
twist. See
I
you
love
later,
this.
guys.
I
I'm
love this.
sorry.
Straight out, I love this because now we've officially stepped into that try to avoid becoming an anime pro tag meme. It's like call to adventure. Nope. Like,
Nope.
nope.
Later.
I do not want to become a main character.
I mean, before he does anything, Tenchi's getting breakfast.
Yeah, I hope it. He's like, not now,
This can wait. This can wait.
but later.
But do you have biscuits? Oh my god.
All right. So as you all wrap up your breakfast, do you head out immediately, or is there anything that you all need to accomplish before you leave?
I would
yeah,
like to
guys,
head out
we
immediately.
got a new mission.
Food's done. Mission now.
Food's done. Yeah, you're like, food's done. Hikaru's very confused with a mouthful of It's like, he's not done.
Hikaru, we're going to slay demons.
He's like,
Take the food with you.
Now I'm just imagining like that One Piece-esque, like swallowing a gigantic amount of food and like getting it clear your throat, just like.
no, he's not Luffy. He just has
Oh.
really puffy cheeks like a chipmunk right now.
Luffy.
He understands portion control.
I don't see a
Yeah,
difference here.
This episode brought to you by One Piece Alabaster Bridge, episode 2. You should go watch it. I mean, if you are going to continue to plug One Piece, I'm all for it. But
All right.
This will be the D&D campaign that makes Tony's night. We just plug it every 5 minutes.
Let's not plug.
All right, so
Not every 5 minutes, but like
okay,
if
10 to 20,
if we do like
10
a
to
One
20,
Piece,
10 to 20.
yeah.
Come on. Yeah,
I was gonna say if we do like a One Piece joke, then yes, plug it.
yeah, okay. No, I was gonna say, does that mean he has to like grab all the food that's on the table because they're like, you can take it with me, and then he's like carrying like an armload of food that's constantly falling off.
I mean,
It's
you
outside.
do have a Haori that you can food in. Although I just now realized Haoris don't have pockets. Never mind. I take it back.
God damn these girl Haoris! Why are we not wearing man Haoris that have pockets?
Because pockets haven't been invented yet.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, they have.
I know. I'm messing with him. He's a
look,
mountain.
I know what
boy.
era. Look, I didn't know you were saying that in character or not, but but it doesn't matter. Look, as a person who is deathly afraid of large crowds of people, I have taken notice of the people in this city, and there are people wearing clothing that has pockets. This is bullshit. You can't lie to me. I've seen people pull money out of their pockets even in the mountain areas. I know these are lies.
He's not wrong.
Pockets have existed for centuries.
Wait, was we saying that to Tenchi or Hikaru?
Hikaru was replying back. You can't fool me. I may be a mountain boy, but I'm not that kind of a mountain boy.
Daisuke's kind of like, what is going on?
I'll bet you know what? I'll bet you think there's 3 L's in gullible.
I actually couldn't understand what you said. Out of character.
What?
I did not understand what he said.
Was
Was that because you were in a tree for too long?
moving to
I was just
next.
basically gonna say it was just Hikaru yelling at you that you're wrong, and here's why.
Yeah.
And thus it continues on the road.
I like that this is now the conversation. Feudal
That-
pockets. Hashtag feudal pockets.
And now we come to village.
The entire time, Hikaru's just yelling at Tenchi. Tenchi's just smugly staring at him.
Daisuke's just looking like, should I?
Is Tenchi just the human
Atsuko's about
equivalent
to,
of
like,
the cat
yell
with
at
the
both of them.
knives pointed at it?
Yeah, kind of.
Women have bras as holders for money for centuries. Look here.
She's not wrong.
Just having titties gives you extra pocket room. That's all I'm saying.
Okay then.
All right. So I see that Hawk's got a little bit of computer trouble. So we'll still proceed to the next map. We'll just.
Oh no, the
not do too much about
doors!
it.
The door's
The
got
door's
him.
got to
We
him.
gotta save him. We'll save him later. This mission's
If
more
you would like
important.
to help save him from the doors, please go check out One Piece Alabaster Bridge episode.
God damn it! It was not even 5 minutes.
There's not even any doors there.
That's why they should go check it out, because it's a door-free safe zone.
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
If the doors got them, they're not going to be there.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Or at least most of the places you can at least convince him that it's not a door, it's a giant window.
All right. So you arrive in the farming village of Junsui, which runs alongside a large river for irrigation channel, as their main export is rice crop. And as you all arrive, the only real point of contact that's listed on your map is just the town hall, which is in the center of town. And it just has like an X on it.
DM,
I
I
assume
have a
it's the number
question.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Have I finished my food at this point in time, and how dirty is my howdy right now?
How much food did you bring with you?
I mean,
As much as he could carry.
you're not wrong. I reached both arms out across the table, and I just grabbed as much as I could, and I was like, that looks like enough. And it's just, all right, we're doing this. You said I could. Look, I was just planning on grabbing a handful, and then you were like, you could use your howdy. You gave me ideas, DM.
Then
This
in
is
that
your
case,
fault.
you have finished the food. But there is just like a lot of rice stuck to the inside of your coat.
Sweet. Travel rice.
I'm just imagining he's just like fighting a demon. He's like, oh, free snack. Mm.
It's like, yeah, you just barely a dodge by a hair's breadth. Ooh, piece of candy. You just get a
It's
ear.
So
Yeah.
is that what we needed to do? Is just put pieces of
Yeah,
candy?
yeah. Good to know that if we need to fight Hikaru again, we just lay grains of rice on the ground in a line.
He's not gonna eat them off the ground. He has standards.
Oh, we'll get a series of bowls then.
So instead of pieces of candy, there's bowls of
I
rice.
just imagine there's like katsudon just lined up, and people are very confused as this small child is just hopping forward and like, like it's almost dog-like because he's moving on all fours, but then suddenly he grabs the chopsticks and starts eating them like a person. So he's still feral, but he has table manners.
And they're all just more equally confused by the fact that there are 4 other kids down the line holding a string leading to a stick in a box, waiting patiently.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Hikaru.
Do you think it's gonna work this time?
It's like Hikaru gets all the way to the box. He looks at the box. He kicks the box. He grabs the ball.
That's terrible.
Good thing we had another box.
Yeah,
Good thing we had this backup box.
yeah. Jokes on you. The box was a decoy.
Then a building-sized
Oh my
box that
God.
he didn't notice falls on him.
All right. So where do y'all go in the village?
I'm apparently
Alright.
headed to the box with the food under it.
I'm down for going into this. Like, do we need? What was our assignment actually?
To meet up with Haruto to find out more about the demon you will be hunting.
I'm gonna go. meet
And
up
that
with
was
Haruto.
at the town hall,
Yeah.
That was at the town hall. The town
which I
hall is
assume is the number
here.
1. Yeah.
This is a temple. This is kind of like their distillery because they do make rice wine as well. And the other houses marked 4, 5, and 6 are informants.
Informants.
Yeah, they're just villagers that you can just basically knock on the door and be like, hey,
Give me info.
pardon me, NPC. Well, it all started back in the day.
Thanks.
I was farming the rice.
Just
Just
walk
to-
away.
just to go back
Realize
to
a
the-
second later.
Just to go
oh,
back to
shit,
another,
right.
just to go back to another abridged shout out. When a man and a
Is-
woman drink far too much.
One Piece.
Nope, that was Log Horizon. But hey,
Yep.
while we're talking about One Piece,
No, move on.
Continue. Continue with the game. Continue with the game. Continue with the game.
You all head to the town hall. All right. Since we're now arriving in I'd like to describe your character to the group.
yes, Anthony Rivera, thank you. I wanted to hear the rest of the story. I'm so glad that people are quoting episode 3 of LHA. That's beautiful. Thank you. It makes my night. How much rice is still on my face, or did I get most of it?
I'd say like, but you got half of it.
Cool, because like I had to eat with my hands on the go, so wasn't exactly table manners time.
So Cody, describe your boy.
Hi. Haruto.
Is handsome. Got
He's
it.
a handsome boy, yes.
I know.
That's all you need to know.
It's
And
your
he
boy.
He
Yeah.
just has that sexual energy.
Oh, my
Oh God. On a scale of 1 to handsome, how handsome is he?
He's like a 9.5 handsome. Like he's got his like little imperfections, but that they're forgivable.
This sounds like
Uh,
self-ego talking. Right?
I mean, you've seen me in real life. You
Yeah,
judge
but
for
I'm not-
yourself.
Well, all right, first off, you didn't say
Fair
your
enough.
character was modeled after you, so I have slept with you. Good to know.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Hikaru gets around. You look familiar. Have I shared a cot with you before?
But yeah, like based off the token, I mean, he's a buff boy. Got some nice features.
Forgive me. I'm not used to having to describe myself. Look,
I mean, do you want me to describe?
feel free. You have
I
the
feel
gift
like
of
you
gab,
are,
my
DM,
friend.
I feel like you are more trustworthy in this. He is a very handsome boy. I was like, is this you talking or is this you talking?
He's despite his like still being in kind of like he's in the late teens, like I'd say like between 17 and 19. About pretty tall, like about 6'2", very well built, very buff. He is wearing a brown haori with a green collar. And tattooed on his right bicep is the Japanese symbol for tree or foundation. He has a brown leather bracer that has small like pieces of metal woven in to act as kind of like a hand guard and kind of like a reinforcement bracer. His hair is very short cut, similar to Daisuke's or Hikaru's, and he kind of has it styled upwards and shaved on the sides. It's kind of styled up. Maybe stands about 1 to 2 inches tall, like his hair. So it adds some height to him.
So,
and he does not wear sleeves. Sleeves are not his thing.
So you're the Marisha Ray of our group. Good to know. So 2 quick things. I feel like this is threatening this sweet bean bun army, and you don't want to rile them up. Secondly,
That just sounds like you're threatening Hikaru.
Yeah,
I was talking.
I mean,
No. Our characters probably could care less. However, the shipping wars that are going on in the chat might not be so happy. I could care less.
Hey, chat. If Hikaru can't prove himself against competition, then I mean, it's less of a battleship and more of just a cruiser.
I mean, to be fair, once you said 6'2", I could not get it out of my head. I was like, oh, so sweet. He's Asian Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Good to know. That's immediately where I took it. So, what is the cutest thing Hikaru can think of? Asian Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That is exactly what he thinks.
That's a bit of a reach.
Hey, look here. I will go where my brain tells me. It's not always the best place, but it is a place. All right. I suppose, yes. Look, I didn't say you were a chubby Stay Puft. You could be a muscular one.
He is a muscular one.
Yeah. Nobody steps on a church in his town. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, Hikaru's just still looking for more rice. Like, you don't have his attention at all. He glanced, he saw you, he's like, more rice. I'm trying to get all the rice off my face. He's trying to become a clean boy again.
Don't mind him.
He could swear he just had a bath yesterday.
Oh, really? Okay.
You did.
Just here's how I imagine Haruto just kind of hanging out, waiting for y'all. He's just taking a small whetstone to his scythe, just kind of whistling some like nonsensical tune that really doesn't make any sense, and
Just leaning up against a barn, cowboy style.
Oh my god,
And-
he's Jesse McCree.
now
With a sword.
as soon as he sees
Oh,
you, he
God.
goes, "Oh, hi! What's going on?"
Someone please ask him what time it is.
What time is it, good sir?
It's about
Is it midday? Is the sun
Is
like
it high
high?
noon?
no, it's about 2:30.
Yeah, even Hikaru's like, yeah, high noon was a while ago.
Yeah, let's go. Why would you? What was with that question?
No reason.
He sees Haruto sees Atsuko and immediately just goes, "Hello there."
Oh my god,
Walks
he's
up to
Obi-Wan
her.
Kenobi. Hello there.
Walks up to her in a very non-threatening, just very overly playful, friendly way, and then does this really deep bow, as if that's the only way he knows how to formally greet people. My lady.
Is this dude a foreigner?
No, he's just eccentric.
Oh, okay. It's like he does this really deep bow. And I'm
He
like,
just has some interesting mannerisms.
okay.
I will say that. My name is my name is Haruto Aoki. Or how are we introducing ourselves? Family name first?
No, it's stick with English rules.
Okay.
Yeah, English rules.
I should have asked beforehand.
Our
Apologies.
audience isn't that weeb. So let's,
Fair enough.
Yeah, and neither are we.
And then Haruto comes up out of his bow just a little bit, enough to lock eyes with Atsuko, and goes, "I look forward to working with you," and just flashes this great smile. Oh man.
I can't help it. This timing is too perfect. Hikaru walks up, places a hand right on his shoulder, looks at him in the eyes, and goes, "Hey."
I go, Atsuko, not Atsuko.
That's
Haruto.
right. That's right, Chance. Or that's right, chat. He just did the shoulder touch.
Haruto looks over and goes, looks Hikaru up and down and goes, "You look like the kind of guy who just discovered what pockets were."
These things don't have pockets. Like,
Atsuko, like-
all right. At this point, he's losing it. They've been around for a long time. What is with this?
Atsuko like removes his hand off of her, and she's just like, "Please don't ever do that again."
Tenchi is laughing his ass off on the ground.
Daisuke is just kind of like confused at the whole situation. Like, okay, it's nice to meet you as well.
Haruto stands right back up.
He's just fuming about pockets in the background. Like, this is full Inosuke moment right here. Like,
So
just
Reikoku
minus
just
the pig head.
nods.
Like, just minus the pig head. He's just standing there shouting at the ether about pockets.
I turn to the rest. Haruto turns to the rest that aren't losing their minds over pockets, and he's
So
going,
just
points to Hikaru and goes, "I have a feeling that's going to get old."
Don't mind him. He's
hasn't
kind of always
yet.
like this.
Kind of like these plugins for One Piece, RichieRobertsVO episode 2.
Here we go.
Just ignore
Last
it.
one.
I moved to ban One Piece Alabaster.
I second
Second.
this.
No, see, that's the problem. If you it's I feel like the audience has already banned it because they did that. That just means I'm gonna have to double down on the amounts. Also, you can't ban what I have control over.
I mean, I was gonna say that, like, since you yourself pointed out that the joke's getting old. I mean, we'll do. I'll say that we can do one more plug through the stream, but that should be
It was
this should be the second to last one.
I'm sorry, it was perfect.
No more.
No, you're good. This should be the second to last one though. Like we could do one more, like maybe
Huh?
8:45 or something.
Oh
Like
no,
close to the end.
no! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it when it's least expected and when it's most appropriate, or least
Okay.
appropriate. Could be either or.
Well, now we're
Gotcha.
gonna expect it all the time.
So
Now the party's on edge, which is good.
Yes.
You need to be afraid when you fight demons.
I would like
Fear
to attack.
keeps you alive.
I would
It's
like
like
to
hearing
attack.
a
This
shitty
attack
pun.
brought to you by.
Now,
Yep.
all right, so Daisuke's gonna say. So we were.
Oh
given
no!
instructions-
Every time a nat 1 is rolled, I will plug RichieRobertsVO.
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Daisuke, you were saying?
Yes, Daisuke's gonna ask. So we were told to meet up with you. What seems to be the situation?
well, the darndest thing. We have been having nightly demon attacks from the same demon every night at the exact same time. Well,
Is it high moon?
it is not high moon,
Damn
unfortunately.
it!
Well, that is the darndest thing.
It is at every night at 10 p.m. It's like you could set a. Wait, do watches exist? I don't know.
Yes,
Clocks exist.
guys,
Like
you
you
guys,
said,
you could
sundial.
set your.
yes,
you could
pocket
set
watches
your-
exist. It's the early 1900s. It's like between.
Mhm.
It's
like-
1920. I was just yeah.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay,
Inter-
yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
okay.
say. I was gonna say. Well, if it's 1920, then Japan is.
Well, I
going
mean, it's-
through-
You can set your rooster to it.
Yeah.
I would say probably best to put this between 1900 and 1910. You don't.
I
wanna
mean, yeah,
get
that's when Taisho is. Like Taisho is between 1913 and like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Japan's about to go through the
Hmm.
Great Depression.
This bodes
Okay,
well.
so
Yeah,
Yeah, we could
just
Put
giving
a
you
demon
that
info.
context.
week and
demon information.
Yeah.
so this demon has been attacking every night at 10 p.m. at different parts of the town, but it always seems to alternate between the north and east parts of the town. And now, here's the darndest part. When it attacks, it plays a song that would sort of send people into a how do I say this? A trance of sorts? They become unaware of what they're doing, it seems, and then it attacks. I would have been able to take care of this myself, I feel like, not to be overconfident.
Then go do it.
However, the demon would hypnotize, would send all the villagers around into a trance, making it very difficult. So the more hands on deck I have, the better.
So what you're telling us is that the demon attacks at a certain time, but he's mind controlled everyone in town?
Well, only when it attacks, and only when when the song plays. You'll know
So-
it when you hear it.
Damn
Could
Could
we
you tell us what the
potentially just-
song is?
I mean, it's
Or what
more
tune
like
it sounds
a
like?
tune, yeah.
Richie.
Less like it's not like oh yeah, it plays this one Japanese
Could
song and everyone loses their gourds.
It
you
plays
tell us what the
Freebird.
tune sounds like?
The word "freebird" comes to mind. I'm not really sure
Jesus
why.
Christ!
Freebird.
That's 2 words, but go on.
I think it's 1 word. Anyway, how about we should really, just sit down and strategize. How do we?
DM, which way is north and east?
North is actually the way
north.
the road that y'all came from. That is the village, and the east is past the distillery.
Your name was Haruto, right?
Haruto, correct. And yours?
Oh. Oh yes, I am Reikoku Akuno of the Akuno.
Son
Oh, there
There
he
he
is.
goes. He's back.
of a bitch. Okay.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm Atsuko Tenryuu from Tenryuu family.
It's very nice to meet you.
I actually had a question. Have you considered evacuating the village before the demon comes? Or at
It's
least
really
getting
hard
some
to
of the
do.
village-
every
It's
night.
really hard to do with 1 person, turns out. And
You
they're
can't
not too
really do-
keen. And they're
you
not
can't
too
really do
keen.
that every night.
And they don't seem too keen on me because I carry the scythe around.
You carry a scythe?
Yeah.
He's been sitting there sharpening it in front of you for like the past couple minutes. Like with exception of his bowing and introducing himself, he like when you up, he was sharpening a scythe.
I'm sorry, Tenchi has actually not actually looked directly at this dude this entire time.
Then Haruto goes over to Tenchi. And what might your name be?
Well, you just said it. No.
Over
Tenchi
there,
talks.
friend.
Hikaru has ended his rant, by the way, and he's just rage breathing. You know that whole.
Mhm.
Haruto looks over. Breast pockets, go.
At this
Atsuko
point,
just
at this
looks at
point, he
him.
begins drawing his sword.
we found
Relax, friend. I only jest.
Hikaru's door.
It's too
It must
late.
be very-
It's too late.
It must be
Goddamn
very
pockets!
It must be very
Atsuko
traumatizing
just
to be
stands in
angry at
front
an
of
inanimate
Hikaru.
object.
No, it has nothing to do with the pockets themselves. It's like, and you guys call me a heathen. He's like, God damn it, I must slay the ignorant at this
Hikaru,
point.
just relax. He's just messing around.
Yes, admittedly,
There's
that is.
no need to get angry right now. Get angry when we see the demons,
Oh,
okay?
by
Just
the way,
chill.
by the way, his sword's fully out. Like he's already in his stance. He's like, say it again. Fucking say it again.
Haruto walks over to Hikaru and goes, I mean
You
no
probably
offense.
should have taken a step forward.
I'm
No. I'm saying that you probably shouldn't have stepped towards him when he's already in this mode.
I'm doing a thing. I promise this will work.
Okay, well,
I simply turn toward him. Turn toward Hikaru.
I'm looking for my dice bag because I'm rolling to see if I can control whether or not I do lash out physically. or
Well,
not.
please let him like finish what he's doing first, and we'll see what happens.
Relax, friend. I just jest. I apologize. I do another exaggerated bow. Believe me, I have utmost confidence in every one of you here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have called for help.
Yeah, I can't find my dice.
Yeah, well, I mean, he isn't like actually walking towards you. He just turned to face you and then bowed.
No, he said he took a step toward me.
Yeah, but he kind of redacted that when he like said that he was doing the bow thing.
Like he took a step forward to do the bow.
Like,
Yeah.
like a pivot step kind of deal. Like,
Yeah.
just so I could turn.
Like turned on his heel, kind of.
I don't.
Yeah, kinda like
a-
DM, you're apparently gonna have to roll for me all fucking night. I can't find my shit.
Okay, I mean,
Or you could use the roll 20.
No, I refuse.
The dice
mean,
are better.
all right.
I'm not arguing that they're better, but-
I'll gladly take that fate in my hands.
Mm.
I mean, what?
Oh.
I mean, he's bowing. I mean, what are you doing?
I trust Krusty. Does this appease me or not?
I don't know. Does it?
That's
What
what
do
I
you
want you
want
to
him to
roll
roll?
for.
What are you wanting him to roll?
I don't know.
Yes,
why'd
it
you
is.
ask
It is.
me
It is. It is a.
Fucking
It is.
calm. For fucking
It is. It is.
calming
Okay.
medication.
Then for calm. Yes. Like this is a nice gesture.
Do-
This
do
is
it-
not a gesture you haven't seen before. You've seen people bow.
But it's fucking weird, right? Because he's eccentric.
I mean, it's a lot deeper than you're used to. Like you know about bowing for combat. You know about bowing for formality. This is very deep. Like this is not something you've seen. Like this deep is like overtly formal.
Okay, so at this point in time, I resheath my sword and I just say we're done here, and I start going to investigate. Like I will do it on my own. This is not a conversation. I automatically do not like this person anymore.
Tenchi just yells, "Shin pockets!"
The sword comes out again.
Why must you encourage him?
I did it because I thought it was a giggle. Now, like
He's
3
walking
times,
away.
though?
He's walking away, just holding the sword out. He's like, and just
I
mumbling to
which-
himself. He's just mumbling to himself about heathens and their
I-
non-belief in pockets. It's just
Haruto shouts to Hikaru, "You won't get very far with people if you just holding out your sword like that. Just a tip."
stops, turns, places the sword on his shoulder, looks back. It is all death and glaring, and just turns back around and continues walking forward.
It's
Does
best
not
if you
which-
just leave him
which-
be.
Which
It seems that way.
which direction are you going? North or east?
He'll probably head north first. Yeah.
Okay.
Back the way we came.
It's
Oh,
best we
Once
don't
he's out of
bother.
sight, he's gonna reach. All right, here's the beautiful part of this, DM. Once he's out of sight, he's gonna resheath his sword, drop the entire demeanor, and just walk away. Like this was all an act.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the group is well, he's already split up to do his investigation.
Yeah.
So where is are other people breaking off? Like what is gonna
I
happen?
say we go into teams. Kinda.
Sweet.
Who'd
I'm
like to
one
come
team-
with me?
I'm one team. Everybody else is the
I'll-
other. Cool. Done.
I'll go.
Awesome.
Okay,
just
so
try and get
Daisuke
a-
and Haruto, got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to try and get a lay of the land. Good vantage point. Maybe scout around out the village.
Okay. The highest point in the village is the temple, so you could probably climb that to look around.
So I guess I'll be heading to the temple if anyone.
Yeah,
wants to head that way.
go synchronize that viewpoint.
I will go, I guess, south.
I guess if you wanted to be, a bit more current towards more modern gaming, go find that meditation spot.
Okay.
No, have you
Yeah.
not seen some of the new some of the new footage? You go to meditating spots instead of synchronizing with towers for the Jedi Fallen Order.
No, I've seen that one.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I want to
Neat.
play that so bad.
Okay, so he's going there. You said Atsuko, you said you're going south?
Yeah.
Okay, so down into the rice fields and beyond?
Into
Right.
the
Okay.
rice
Into the
fields
right field I
and
go.
beyond.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
follow the river northeast.
Okay, so northeast, so you're heading this way, Atsuko's heading... Should we just say that you and Atsuko take different sections of the river?
And they'll
Sure.
meet up.
Yeah.
And they'll meet up back in the village.
And then Haruto and Daisuke, you two are teaming up. Which direction?
Let's
say
start.
east
Hey, Fel. How about we start with just going down the list here. Number 2, let's go to the distillery and just
Let's check that.
Why'd you call me Fel?
I'm Fel.
Okay.
He was talking to me.
yeah. I was talking.
So-
Sorry, forgive me, Walker. I was talking
No,
to
I gotcha.
Fel. Just kind of okay.
Y'all are going to investigate the distillery. So first
Yep.
we'll go ahead and pick up with Reikoku. I need you to make me an acrobatics check because you are climbing this thing.
I can roll my dice, but I,
I mean,
can't
there's a
log in to
front-
roll 20.
I
I
mean,
can't
That's fine. I can tell you what your
anything.
I can give you a modifier.
I think the DM can roll. since you can see your sheet.
17. Plus whatever.
17 plus 21.
Cool.
Yeah, that's easy peasy. Like you, climbing large structures is like shit that they had you do when you were like 8. Like this is like nothing. Like, as with most, kids of the under 10 variety, yeah, you went through that hardcore phase. You can do shit. Yeah, it doesn't take long. You reach the top of the temple, and kind of look around the surrounding area. It's rather heavily wooded, and with the river, it seems to kind of like run from a large tributary, up the way, like up a few hills. The only things that really stand out to you, is just like a few areas where the woods become like so densely wooded that it kind of like isn't easy to see for you. With just general knowledge of demons, you know that they have anaverse sunlight, so these areas like where it's deeply wooded would make a pretty perfect hiding spot during the daytime.
All right, I think I might start scouting that way.
All right, that is in the northeast, kind of like up in Yay vector. So yeah, you start heading that way. While you go ahead and head that way, we will pick up with Daisuke and God, I forgot for a second. Haruto, I'm so sorry. You will pick up with Daisuke and Haruto. You all arrive at the distillery. They have a few things already like kind of like casked off in urns that are fermenting. You see as well like there are 2 different kind of workshops. One where they seems more like devoted to testing. Like they have like a few jars that are numbered. That they just seem to be like testing like the potency and like flavor of their rice wine. And the other seems to be more of like just kind of like a work office for the people at the distillery, where they all kind of just like sit around, and then there's some documents there.
All right. Daisuke is going to be a little amused with everything going on. Like, wow, this is so much work and everything is done here. Can he make it like kind of an investigation check and whatnot, just to see, like, look into it a little bit further?
Yeah, you can do an investigation check. Okie doke. 21. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance. Walker's knowledge is not as great as I would wish it. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a very streamlined process. It seems like they have been doing this for a very long time, so there's almost an art to what they're doing, less than a science. And for the most part, like the people who are working here seem very like contented with their work. I mean, there are a few faces you can spot that are kind of like anxious, because I mean, this village has been under siege by a demon. But outside of that, like they seem to enjoy what they do.
Haruto pats Daisuke on the back and goes, "Salt of the earth, these people, aren't they? Their village is under attack constantly, and for whatever reason, I haven't been able to help them. But they still show up to work every day. I love the dedication."
I mean, it's nice and all, but I do think that maybe I wouldn't blame them if they did want to leave or whatnot.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't blame them at all. But I mean, ultimately, it's their choice.
Now, with your deduction, has there been anything cited here at the distillery, though? I mean, everything looks like what it would normally look like for a distillery.
Yeah. Well, couldn't hurt to. Not since last night, but it couldn't hurt to check with the employees here. So why don't we talk with the office manager and just figure stuff, see if anything is amiss.
All right.
Yeah.
You all kind of like look around, and there is one person that stands out as they actually has a desk. Everyone else kind of has like like benches and chairs, like a few tables, kind of like an employee break room. But this person actually has like a legitimate desk that they are working behind, and they seem to be just kind of like working on just like writing down some reports just on the latest batch of liquor they've been distilling. And he kind of like looks up as you all approach, and he goes, so there's more of you now.
Yes, I called in for backup. These are this demon's proving more trouble than I anticipated.
Oh, hello there, sir.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, I mean, we appreciate any help we can get. Not really fighters, so we leave this in your capable hands.
Has there been anything? Haruto looks over to the person who he identifies as the office manager. Has there been anything since the last attack that I should know about? Because maybe with more hands on deck, I feel like we could plan a little bit better.
Well, now that you mention it, there actually has been something that's bothered me a bit. With the last attack, it was a lot like the rest of them, the people in the area that could that told me that they had heard a tune before everything happened. Described it the same as the last, but they mentioned that with the last attack, there seemed to be more devastation to the surrounding buildings than previously had been done. With the previous attacks, the tune would play, and then the next day we would find that some people had been taken. But this time it feels like there was more of a raid than an actual abduction.
A raid, you said?
Yes.
So multiple people are missing now.
Yes, it seems that way.
In addition to the people, is there any important items that we need to be on the lookout for? Anything like that might be missing as well?
Well, I mean, I don't really know what type of items you would be looking for. I mean, I'm not sure what a demon would find valuable.
Just anything out of place.
Like thinks on it for a second. He's like, I can't think of anything. Honestly, I'm sorry.
Haruto steps forward, shakes the man's hand very exaggeratedly, and goes, "Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it."
Can I ask one question though? Who did go missing?
Well, the temple priest mentioned that his niece went missing as well. A few people in town mentioned that it seemed, actually, now that I think about it, to mostly be young women between ages 15 and 23.
Very interesting. Still shaking his hand.
He's just like sitting there, like, as he's thinking about it, as his hand is just basically vibrating.
Yeah.
And it's just like trying to relay this information while also trying to like very graciously remove his hand from this handshake. Like, he doesn't want to seem impolite, but he also doesn't want to lose feeling in his arm.
Thank you for answering our questions. We'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
You're correct. Very good, Daisuke. Thank you for your time, sir.
All right.
Less exaggerated bow, more normal. And then,
all right.
Then we leave.
Then while y'all are heading out, we will pick up with Hikaru. Hikaru, you are heading. What are you looking for?
Absolutely nothing.
Did I just say I can't wait for Haruto to. That's your name, Haruto?
Correct.
I can't wait for Haruto to bow to the demon.
That would be a bit of a trip, but okay. So Hikaru, what are you looking for when you head north?
Any kind of signs of like what has been going? I'm just doing a just kind of general check for demon activity, I guess.
Okay, just roll me an investigation as you kind of.
How about you roll me one?
Oh right. I keep forgetting that you can't find dice. My bad.
Sorry, that size not directed at you guys. That has.
That was a 18. Yeah. It does. The woods are your bread and butter. Like this is your jam. And hunting demons,
Yay!
like this is what you're all about. So you are looking through. It is not hard to find signs of the demon. You can see like some footprints that are clearly human. And as well you can see some tracks that are very more demonic in their like larger feet, elongated toenails, like things like that, that kind of leave a distinguished mark. But the one thing that kind of stands out to you is that all the human footprints are never like they're always going from the village out into the woods. Like it's never them being dragged away or anything like that. Like it is always looks like them walking voluntarily into the woods. But the one thing that does stand out to you
Anything can happen in the woods.
Mm-hmm. One thing that does stand out to you is that you see these demon footprints and you kind of like identify it as probably the demon that we're looking for. But as you're kind of doing your investigation, you start to notice that there are other demon footprints that don't match the ones you first saw.
And these are just as fresh as the others?
These are fresher, actually.
Oh, joy. Can I determine how many of them there are? By the prints?
Yeah, with the prints, just from what you can see, like these look like these were made maybe 2 days ago.
Oh boy.
But there are about from the initial demon presence that you found that were kind of older. These are 3 distinct demons. So there are
total, not including the first ones that I saw. So these are 3 in total, not
yeah, not including the first one. So essentially, you're looking at maybe 4 demons maximum, at minimum, definitely 2.
That's good information to bring up.
Mm-hmm. Just from what you can see on the footprints, that from 2 days ago, you can see that there's like between 2 to 4 demons that you all are probably dealing with. With that, we'll pick up with Atsuko. Atsuko, you said you're heading. Lady-chan.
Oh, she's muted.
Oh, she's muted. Lady-chan, you're muted. She might be.
Might be
doing
AFK.
something at the moment. In that case, we'll pick up with Tenchi away. Tenchi, you were heading. Huh? Okay. So now that. Never mind. Atsuko, you're heading south along the river. What are you looking for?
Just to see if anything is out of the ordinary.
Okay. Also, roll me an investigation.
Okay. 17.
17. Nothing seems out of the ordinary on the south side that you're kind of like following. And you don't really kind of see anything like down this path that looks strange to you. But as you are moving south, you catch a quick kind of like gust of wind that is heading southbound from the north. So you kind of so essentially like you get a gust of wind and you can kind of like pick up the sense of your teammates. You're like, okay, they're all north of me, duh. But you also notice a very familiar scent that is not quite human. You recognize this as the scent of a demon. And it's not necessarily too far outside of town. It is still the afternoon, so it's not really their hunting time, but whatever you can smell off this one, they may be observing. You can't really pinpoint, but you know that they are north of you.
Okay. I mean, I could head up north.
Okay. So you start heading up north, and as you do, we will actually hop over to Tenchi. And Reikoku, just as a question, when you head off into that like kind of shrouded area, did you want to like bring Tenchi with you, or were you just letting him do his own thing and going off on?
Oh, I was letting him do his own thing. I guess I was kind of headed that way on my own, just scouting
Okay.
around.
Then in this case, Tenchi, you are at the river, like kind of going up north, kind of like along the hill country, just to like get kind of a closer eye on things. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Let's say 16.
16. You have to actually step away a bit from the river, like kind of heading northeast, like towards this little mound here, and you actually work your way up there where you stop and just kind of like take a look over things. The river itself was rather noisy and just kind of like distracting to you, but now that you're up here and kind of above things where you can kind of like listen more intently, you are able to hear kind of like a little further than you would normally just because you're at an elevator. And you hear a little bit of heavy breathing kind of like from the northeast off in kind of a more like deeper part of the forest.
Do I recognize this breathing as either human, demon?
It does sound more human than demon.
Okay. I guess I'll stealthily make my way in that direction.
All right, perfect. So this actually gives me a good point to converge on. So Reikoku,
Yes.
as you're making your way into the more densely wooded part of the fortress, I don't know why I said fortress, forest, make a perception check.
Okie dokie. Oh. Okay, let's see. 18 plus whatever.
18 plus your mod. Okay. You're kind of got your head on a swivel in here because it is darker, and while you're used to kind of like skulking through the dark, you also are well aware that that is like demon home turf.
Yeah.
So you are actually kind of like walking through and looking around very carefully. And out of just like the vague periphery of your eye, you see a shape kind of like running through the trees to your left. What do you do?
I'm going to try and stealth and investigate.
Okay, roll stealth.
Ooh, 19 plus whatever.
19 plus... Okay, so 23. You stealth very well. As you kind of like get to higher ground, like hop up into the trees and just kind of like keep an eye from a distance, you notice that the shape is human. Like they are a human that seems to be running through the woods. They are like severely rough off looking. Like they are missing an arm from the elbow down. Their clothing is just like beat up and torn. She is just looking like haggard and almost dehydrated. Like she seems like she's been booking for a while, like running full tilt, and is just not looking great, and she just seems really panicked.
All right, I'm going to try to run alongside her and basically scoop her up to carry her and get her out of the woods.
Okay, you are gonna need to roll an athletics check because you are basically grappling this woman.
Yeah, as I do, I'm just doing the mouth gesture, like shh. Don't know how good my strength is. 16 plus whatever.
Okay.
Please, I don't
So-
get beat up by the one-armed lady.
You don't get beat up, but as you go to like kind of like hop down beside her and like go to scoop her up, all she like fixates on is your mask, and she freaks. Like as you kind of like go to like scoop her up, she like shoves and kicks and like tries to scramble and run a different direction. Like it's not necessarily anything threatening to you per se, but like she definitely overpowers your grapple and just keeps booking. At this point, she is like actually like trying to scream for help, but like she is just so hoarse and so tired, like she can't get. It's just you just hear gasping essentially from her as she's like booking it towards the village.
I just go, lady, I'm human. I'm here to kill the demon. Just let me get you out of here.
Okay.
Just trying to keep up with her and keep an eye out to make sure there's nothing, following us.
Gotcha.
I'm also taking note of where she ran from in case I have to find my way back here.
Does an 18 hit?
Probably. You know better than I would right now.
Your AC, from what I can see, is a 17. So yes, it does. As you're like trying to dissuade her and kind of like calm her down, and you're like, lady, having her kind of like being the center of your focus does draw your perception a bit, and you do not notice as a figure lunges out from your right side and like slashes across your midsection, dealing 5 points of damage as they leap past you and kind of like slash you. And they kind of like tear at like the front of your uniform and like get you kind of in the gut. And as you kind of like grind to a stop, you see like this almost like absolutely feral looking demon, like skin and bones, like just wild-eyed, like looking at her more than you as she's running, but is still centered on you because you are interrupting you are bothering its food source.
Right.
And so it is just zeroed in on you. And I'd say at this point, Kazu, as you were hearing that heavy breathing and you proceed through, at this point, I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. Is this hearing, sight?
I will say that this will be with your hearing, so you will have advantage on this.
That's a nat 20.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, like you hear
Good thing
all
too, because
Play
the other one
sound,
was a 6.
Play the sound.
Play the sound.
Good
All
thing.
Play
right.
the sound.
The sound hath been demanded. Natural 20.
There it is.
You hear her like you can hear the heavy breathing like getting closer, but you also hear like the snapping of twigs, and you hear kind of what you recognize as the sound of blood spilling onto the ground, as this woman barrels out of the trees and like runs into you, but doesn't like bowl you over or anything. Like she just runs in your direction, and kind of sees your uniform, and you're definitely not intimidating. Look like not intimidating, but not like wearing an Oni mask appearance. And sees you and sees your sword and just like immediately like runs up to you and just collapses. Like she is not unconscious, but she is just like been
Exhausted?
going on adrenaline alone. Like now that she feels safe, she is just down. You can hear in the distance what sounds like a demon
Can I tell how far away it is?
From your current position, it is no more than 30 feet, but it is in kind of this heavily shrouded woods, so your perception's not super, like, you can hear it, but you can't really see into it. It's very dark in there.
Okay. I want to try and pick her up, like, and brace her for Thunderstep.
Okay, so you're taking her with you?
I'm taking her away from this.
Okay, so you are dashing away. Okay, you know she's not putting up any resistance, so you're able to pick her up pretty easily and start making your way out. We'll pick up with Reikoku. Reikoku, you're in front of a demon. What do you do?
Change my pants.
What?
No.
Oh my God.
He's like, I've been wounded. This is a new sensation.
Is this what pain feels like?
I don't like it.
Give me 1 sec, Rikoku starts stripping demon. I feel uncomfortable.
But no, how thick is the woods around me?
Thick enough to block sunlight, but not thick enough that you wouldn't be able to make it out if you ran away.
Right.
Like you could weave through the trees pretty easily, but since Kazu was 30 feet from your position, it would essentially be 30 feet before you could get into anywhere some sunlight. So it wouldn't be like the hardest retreat in the world, but like,
yeah. I'm going to start backing away, and we'll be using my flame breathing style 7 explosive force to hopefully hit this guy and knock out some of the foliage, maybe expose him to light.
Okay. So
stamina.
Explosive force. God, I love that skill. Okay, so that is okay, it has to make all you do is roll to hit. So yeah, roll your dice. We know what you hit.
I have my thing up again finally. Ooh, natty 20. Finally some good luck tonight.
All right, the noise.
Oh shit, I forgot the noise.
Yay!
Natural 20.
There we go.
So, any suggestions for my backup character that I
Someone
may
roll a
have to do very
goddamn
soon?
1 right now.
So natural 20, that absolutely hits. Roll damage.
2d10 of force and 3d10 fire.
So 5d10 total.
Yeah. And what do I do with the nat 20 for the damage?
Well, seeing as this is a 2-hit, and my crit rule is you always take maximum damage, that's basically just going to be 50 points of damage plus whatever the fuck you roll.
Good.
Christ alive, Reikoku!
Oh my God.
Okay,
He's like, oh, yes, a demon. 7th form!
So, that is 18 on the force.
Okay, so
'Cause we don't have-
68.
Yeah, we don't have a modifier, right?
You do not know.
Okay. And the fire. Second one. 17. 24.
Yeah, so
Uh-oh.
that demon just doesn't exist anymore. As you unleash this explosive wave of high pressure air, it rips apart the trees around you with as both your blades unleash this exceptional blow. The demon itself takes shredding from shrapnel, the slash itself, and then as the and seems to kind of crumple, but it isn't decapitated. And then as the absolute destruction around you has been wreaked, sunlight just shines through and just disintegrates him in seconds.
Can he be doing one of those Chuni style poses like Megumin from Konosuba? Just no one can stop the blade of the Akuno clan. Just
Holding your blade forward like you're holding a staff, and just this exceptional. Okay, yeah, you're striking a pose
That no one is around to see.
that no one is around to see.
So no one will ever believe you.
Well, I mean, y'all will be able to follow the devastation because the rest of you, as you're all throughout the village, all you hear is a loud boom
Well, I'm rushing over.
as this section of the forest, more or less, like it's not even huge. Like it's maybe like 5 feet of the forest just collapses.
I mean, well, no, Reikoku did something.
Yeah, he essentially just blew up a tree. That's essentially all that happened. Like 5 cubic feet of destruction. Enough to destroy Demon.
It worked, damn it.
Whereas Tenchi, running away from said explosion, thinks, "Oh shit!" runs faster.
Oh no, they have exploding demons!
Oh god, the bomb demon, my nemesis. No, but yeah, you all hear boom. Atsuko, you said you were over. But for Daisuke, Haruto, and Hikaru, you all loud boom. What do y'all do?
Haruto looks to Daisuke. Shall we?
Indeed. That's something.
Yeah. Let's. I imagine one of your comrades is. Well, how do you say? Well, look. Let's just go over there. Let's just go do the yeah.
Yeah.
Away.
As you all begin to proceed, you kind of like Atsuko passes y'all, but you still are able to kind of like see her and move that way. Kazu, you said you're running away, so you a woman, do you just like stop for your comrades, or are you just book into the village?
I mean, the second, yeah, it's not the second I run into someone.
Yeah, Atsuko would be the first person you run into. Well, I mean, either Atsuko or Hikaru. It depends on. Hikaru, do you come running to the sound of the explosion? He might. Yeah, Richie might be muted. Richie.
Hi,
But
sorry.
Jay-
The person that you're trying to contact right now no longer fucking exists. I'm continuing the stream to be really, really polite, but I apologize. Something went down, and I am no longer in a good mood. So I may need a few minutes before hopping back into character. And
Okay, yeah.
I did not hear any of what happened because I've been dealing with a thing. I'd rather not go public with it. But
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
I need essentially I need to put the stream on break for a moment.
Yeah, no, dude, you
sweet.
do
Like-
you. We'll
Like
we'll handle the entertainment.
No. What I mean is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. I have to catch some people up on just what went down. Yeah, I'm not okay. Okay. Very much not okay. So the stream is gonna pause. I'm gonna put us on the BRB screen and mute our mics, and I'm gonna catch you up on something that just happened. And we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I'm so sorry. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Just needed a quick break. Thank you so much. Oh, darn it. The chat refreshed. Oh, well. At least it's still there. All right. All right. So I did get caught up on everything. Thank you guys for that quick recap. And also, I guess, even though it wasn't intentional, it's kind of method. Like, Hikaru doesn't know what the fuck happened. He just heard an explosion. So, yes, curiosity is going to take over. He will head towards the explosion sound. The noise he heard. Quick question, DM. From the footprints that I was seeing, do any of them lead in the direction of the sound that I just... Like, that, I feel
like the
like
demon
that should be
footprints?
an important... Yeah, the demon footprints. That should be a
Um,
semi-important thing, I guess.
It would be.
None of them seemed to be heading into the town. It seemed like more they got to a certain point and then just stopped. And so it seemed to be kind of always in the same area that the original footprints you found.
Okay.
Like that's as far as they would go towards the town.
Okay, so they went to like a certain point and then they just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, this requires investigation, so let's go towards the loud bang.
All right. So I'll say that Atsuko and Hikaru, you arrive at the same time that.
Yeah.
And Haruto and Daisuke, you are just a bit behind Atsuko, but you all can arrive at the same time. As you all kind of meet up with Kazu, and he is carrying Wounded Woman.
But they're not at the forest yet, right?
Yeah, they're not at Reikoku's location. I'll actually just go ahead and group up all the tokens.
You said her arm was just gone, right?
Her right arm from the elbow down. Yes.
Anyone know how to stitch a stump?
Does anyone medicine?
I have I'm proficient in medicine.
My
I could do
initial
medicine.
thing upon looking at it and then looking at her and looking at the situation, I was like, shouldn't you cauterize it first? Like, I'm not a medicine person, but like, should
I would, but I don't have fire.
Turn around.
I don't know that was you.
I'm
That's
just being a
exploding
dick.
demon.
I mean, I could do the medicine. Well,
I mean,
I would
either
roll that.
either Atsuko or Haruto, whoever wants to.
Yeah,
bandage.
I'll roll. Okay. That is 25.
Yeah. I mean, like you have a bandage you can put on it.
Yeah, I imagine I've been stopping the bleeding with my wires.
Yeah, you've done a pretty good job of making sure she isn't bleeding out. And I mean, like it's not like a fresh like stump. Like she's got like it's some dried blood. Like you just had to stop a little bit of bleeding. But you're able to kind of like bandage the wound and kind of like you're no butterfly estate member, Atsuko, but you can at least like tell like, okay, this is bruised, this is definitely broken. Like you're able to kind of like patch her up enough that she is stable and in a lot better condition than y'all found.
I start brushing.
And
off
she is
all the
now, like-
rice. I start brushing off all the rice and stuff from the off of my houtery and offer.
You
to,
still didn't brush that off?
It's not all gone anyway. And offer to carry her back to the village.
She is like kind of. She's a little bit more lucid now, and she is just kind of like, yes, please, I'd like to go home.
Okay, I help carry her back to the village.
Okay. So as Hikaru leads her back to the village,
At a
the rest of y'all-
walking pace. At a normal walking pace, just to clarify.
Mhm.
He's not in crazy mode. He's not going to suddenly thunderstep anywhere, just in case anybody was afraid that would happen. No.
Gotcha. So what are the rest of y'all going to do?
Well, I'm gonna start patching myself up, I guess. While I'm and see
All
where
right.
these footprints
As
came
he's
from.
doing that, I say the woman ran and this was over here with the. I say we investigate this area because now that we found.
Oh, sure. No one continue to protect a small armless woman.
Well, I'm not there, so.
I mean,
you're carrying her. So.
You're carrying.
Yes,
mean-
I'm carrying her, which means I'm not able to immediately access my sword, and I'm not just gonna suddenly drop her like a sack of potatoes.
I mean, you all can buddy system up. I mean, there's 5 of you.
Yeah, that's true.
I need a battle buddy.
How long was I running
Eva,
for?
where are you?
You were. I mean, it wasn't long. I mean, you were probably like you wouldn't have even had to like do sprinted, and you would have probably been sprinting for like no more than like 30 seconds to a minute.
I am walking at like a decent slow walking speed, so
Yeah.
it's not hard for me.
Are you in the sunlight, like out of the woods?
Yeah, no, like you all are out of the woods. You're at
There's no cover.
Oh, we're out of the woods. I thought we
Yeah,
were
you
still
guys.
in
No,
the-
Yeah.
no.
Oh, well,
That-
no,
that's-
y'all are out of
I
the
don't
woods.
I don't need their help.
Yeah,
I don't need anybody's help.
Yeah, that's why we were.
Yeah, y'all are out of the woods. You're in the sunlight. You're all good.
I'm moving
Haruto
slowly
ran-
just for her safety. I don't want this woman has been through enough of a shock. I don't want to like jostle her by suddenly like sprinting full force towards the town. But I will
Mhm.
take her into the and see if I can find somebody that knows her, and that's where we'll leave off with me, I guess.
Haruto raises his hand very studiously and goes, "Do you need help, friend? Would you like someone to go with you?"
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay,
All right. You.
I shall then.
Haruto and Hikaru take the woman back to the village. Atsuko, Daisuke, and Tenchi, what are you doing?
Let's go. Daisuke, either
Gotta go
either of you
investigate.
know where Reikoku is.
Yeah, let's go. I have no idea. I thought he was with you.
No. He took off before me, remember?
I mean, I
Right.
could use my smell to find him.
Well,
That's
most
the thing,
likely,
you know.
most likely, if I was a guessing man, he made that explosion, didn't he?
In the
I
opposite
don't-
direction of doors.
Away from the village, away from doors.
You can
No,
make
he just
explosions?
he just learned that
I-
doors come from trees.
Oh my god!
He learned the origin story.
That explains explosions. That explains the explosion. He's just
Well-
blowing up trees.
Well,
That realization when you realize doors grow on trees.
do you think he went to the source? Well, actually, I'm going to rephrase that. Do you think he might have went in the direction of that explosion?
Oh, God.
I'm assuming so.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You people are the
Alright.
best. Money does grow on trees. Money's made of paper.
All right, let's head that way. He might be there as well.
Okay, you go on ahead. I need a second.
Okay.
I'll catch up in a sec.
I'm gonna like walk ahead and go investigate.
All right, so
Yeah.
Atsuko and Daisuke, you all go ahead first. And
It takes me like 10 seconds.
yeah, it's not like you're out of commission. You just needed to catch your breath for a sec.
Okay. I'm
Uh,
just putting us there for like moving sake. Like that's how
Yeah.
far we
So the three of you kind of like head up into just like the edge of the wood. Like at Reikoku, at this point, like would you have left like the darker area and gone out into the light?
No,
He's still blowing
I'm
up.
probably holding that pose for a few minutes, but then I start searching the area, scouting a bit.
Okay, so
Like
As
mainly
you-
for tracks, to try and identify see if there's any other ones in the area that don't match.
as you're kind of searching and scouring, make an investigation check.
I'm also kind of figuring that hopefully my party will join.
Yeah.
Um, 16. No, sorry, 18. Miscounted.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you look around and there are a couple different tracks. They're all a lot older. Like these definitely aren't like new or anything.
Oh,
But as you
DM, I probably should
Yes.
have done this at time, but if I could quickly, what is it when I go there's a word for this. We go back and fix something that should have been fixed.
Retcon.
Retcon.
Thank you. If I could retcon something for a moment, I would like to say that I did share the information that I found multiple demon tracks.
Oh yeah. Sharing the information about the demons with the party. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did do that. I did do
the
that.
group is aware that there are multiple demons, and Reikoku is now aware that there are multiple demons as he sees these tracks. And as you're kind of like seeing these tracks and realizing, oh shit, this was not the guy. Like or maybe this what like if this was the guy, there's more. As you're kind of like stumbling upon that realization, the rest of the party joins you. Kazu, Daisuke, and Atsuko kind of like step into the hole you created in the foliage.
I look back. Stay in the light. It's safe there.
You having fun doing whatever you're doing?
A demon chasing a woman. Attacked it. It attacked me.
Did she have one arm?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
apparently you've seen her.
Yes, she ran into me.
I destroyed the demon and a chunk of the forest. Hopefully they weren't attached to it. But
That was you? You bastard, you blew my ears out.
Impressive, though.
thank you. But I just wanted to hopefully knock enough foliage down to get a bit of a safe area, but I didn't expect to actually kill it.
Stupid
There-
doors being made from trees.
There seems to be I kind of just squat down and gesture to tracks. It looks like there's multiple demon tracks around here.
Yeah,
Seems like there's-
Hikaru said something similar.
Yeah, I think we're dealing with more than one. Maybe a clan or
Any
something.
idea how many?
Walker, what kind of a idea do I get from the tracks I find?
So they are a bit older, but these are probably fresher than the ones Hikaru like they're not new, like they weren't made today, but they unlike the ones that he saw, these are about a day old. Because like Haruto told you, they alternate on days either attacking from the north or the east.
Right.
So these are about a day old. And from this, Hikaru, from what you saw, you could judge like maybe between 2 to 4 demons. Reikoku, from what you can see now, it looks like it's between 6 and 8.
I guess.
Or I guess now it's more like 6 and 7 because you kind of blew one of them up.
I guess maybe 8 demons. Well, 7 now, I guess, since I just kind of gestured to the pile of like burning trees
and demon ash.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, this situation's a little more complicated than we thought, I think.
Why are so many demons collected around this tiny village?
Well, we did find out that they were taking. I mean, when I talked to the villagers, it turns out they were taking girls that were between the ages of 15 and 23.
Think it might be a breeding thing or something. Do demons
No.
do that?
No.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, it's new to me if it is. Kind of terrible.
No. Demons are made because of the. Actually, out of character, DM. Would we know how demons are made in this? Would my
I will say this. For Tenchi, Hikaru, Haruto, like everybody, like because Reikoku, your clan is like more or less self-taught in the breathing arts, right?
Yeah, I have a bit of a long history with.
Yeah, like
kinds of demons.
the method at which demons are made, I guess, would be more lost to your clan, because you all kind of stopped caring about the why and started caring about the how to kill.
Yeah. Except for that
But
one very important story.
Hmm?
Except for that one story, for his backstory thing.
but that
About the
doesn't
doors?
necessarily give you
Yes.
an approximation of method. But for the rest of you, your teachers cover it. Demons are made from demon blood, essentially, when ingested into the system of a human. And specifically, it seems to have like not all demons can just start making other demons by force feeding them blood. There seems to be like some kind of, as if there's like a progenitor or like clan head that controls the flow of blood.
So I would. Actually, here's a question: what did the demon that ring?
So y'all would know that like demons don't have to like
Do that.
procreate to make more
Yeah.
demons. They
Yeah.
it's more of a
It's more
less of a nature thing and more of a
Yeah, no, okay, good. Did you see what the demon looked like?
I did very briefly. DM, can you describe it? Because I didn't have to describe
it was like very like it was
Feral's the only thing I can
skin
think
kind of clung to its bones. Like it was not very like fleshed out. Like this looked more like a beast than a human, honestly. Like this thing very sallow, sunken in skin, wild hair, claws and long nails on its feet, just very much kind of bony in appearance.
Have you ever heard of the things that the Russians speak of? The werewolves.
What is Russia?
Well, it's just across the bay from Hokkaido.
I would we know that?
Yeah,
I mean, it
just
depends
had a
on
war with Russia in 1914
I
mean, yeah, I mean, it
or early 1900s.
yeah, like early 1900s. I mean, depends on how caught up like everyone is on world history versus like national history. Like Reikoku is actually like from an area in and around like the province of Hokkaido, so he's familiar with that shit. But like, I don't know how much the rest of you are, because like
I would presume Daisuke wouldn't be.
yeah.
It's based on how
I'd say
rural. It's based on how rural you are. If you're less rural, then yeah, you'd probably know, because this is like something that's gotten out there. But at this point in time, communication had gotten a lot better in Japan, so you have to kind of be hiding under a rock to not know what Russia is.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is a very big war.
Yeah. Well,
Hikaru's like, wait, there are countries other than ours?
Wait,
What's
we live
my
in a country?
Yeah, I was like, what is a country?
But no,
Oh, right.
he looked like a emaciated dog, like a dog man. Skin was clinging to his bones, had long claws. It was awesome.
Was it a demon
Horrifying
dog?
and evil.
Evil, awesome demon dog.
Yes.
Well, it's dead
Sounds a
now.
little bit edgy, but that's more of your taste, anyways.
Well, it is good to keep your weapons sharp and with a fine honed edge.
Okay, so seeing as we know there's like 6 or 7 more of them, all in favor of heading back to the village and meeting up so we can go full force against all that.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Because I don't like the 4 of our chances against 6 demons.
Yeah. What's the time looking like in the day?
You all arrived kind of around 2:30. It's
Oh,
probably
it's totally high noon.
it's probably closer to like 3:15. Like a lot of time hasn't passed.
Yeah. I'd like to try and scout out a little bit more, but I agree we do need to perhaps regroup and formulate a plan. I kind of want to go see where their origin was. Maybe we can find that much at least. If we've killed one of their own, once they find out, they may rally the forces and attack tonight. I'd rather know where they're coming from.
I mean, I can set wire traps around the area. That'll give us some alert.
That would be a good idea.
Let's do that. I'm sure the others are already questioning where their companion went.
Yeah.
The one place I won't be able to trap is the river.
I would like to, like I said, try to trace their steps back if anyone would want to accompany me.
I'll join you.
All right.
Okay, so Tenchi is setting up traps. Daisuke, are you heading back to gather the group? Like, I guess, like, are you all like reconvening before all of you go into the woods? Or are you just like essentially fetching them to come into the woods with you?
I thought we were splitting.
No, I mean, I get that. Like, I know that you and Atsuko are going into the woods to more, but I'm saying, like, is, like, are you all going in to investigate and then going back into the village, or like is Daisuke just fetching the group to like all convene so you can then go in the woods after like Reikoku and Atsuko finish scouting?
Yeah, I figured we were going back to the village.
Best boy
So we'll
Aldini coming
investigate and
through
then come
last
back.
week for.
Yeah,
To the
Daisuke, I suggest you go fill them in on how many deviants you're dealing with. Move all the villagers to the southwestmost part of the city. You can.
Mm-hmm. Well, there also
And
is that
get 'em, like-
song. The issue is, what about that sound that we were told about?
Tie everybody up.
I don't think they're going to let us tie everyone up.
That also
Well,
just sounds
then
like
we
easy
escort
thinking.
them out of the village immediately.
Mm-hmm.
How
Some
far is
place-
it? Do we
Maybe
know
you
how
should
far
walk
your
and talk.
town is?
I'm just throwing this out there. Why don't you all walk and talk?
Yeah, we are.
Mm.
I went for
So Atsuko and Reikoku, you're going into the woods, and then Tenchi, you're setting traps at the entrance.
Like at the edge of the forest.
At the edge of the forest. Okay, so you're setting like alarm type traps at the edge of the forest. And then Daisuke, you're heading back to the village to pick up the team. Or are you
yeah.
going, or are you going with them into the woods to scout?
I would probably go with them into the woods to scout, just because it's better that we have more people if they are scouting, because if there's a lot more of them, it's dangerous.
All right, so Tenchi, just roll me kind of like a general, or actually just roll me a survival check because you're essentially traps.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm gonna pick up with Hikaru and Haruto.
I've made it into the village but now.
Yeah, y'all have easily made it into the village by now, and have it wasn't hard to kind of like find someone who knew her. It's a pretty small village,
Okay.
so they took her home, and you all have been like waiting for your.
No. I wouldn't be leaving her because I don't necessarily know what's going on. So I would be following to make sure that I was able to ask her some questions.
Okay, so you and Haruto are like
Yeah.
walking with. Okay.
Yeah. I would
Um.
still carry her and everything to the place. Like I probably would like, even though they know her, I'm like, yeah, let's not move her too much.
Then I'll go ahead and get y'all over to where they would drop her off at.
Okay, so they're over
They
the
lead you all to a house over towards the west side of town, kind of like across the street from the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like a nice small dwelling. As you all approach, a man and woman come outside to greet you, and upon seeing this young girl, they burst out into tears and run forward to embrace her, and she runs forward to like embrace them like she is, or well, no, you're carrying her, so she's just like, she kind of squirms a bit.
I set her down pretty gently.
And she immediately like takes off to embrace them, and crying together as they are together.
Okay.
And after like it takes them a bit, like they're crying for like a solid 3 minutes or so.
I like that neither of us I like that neither of our characters, Cody or I, have characters that are especially good at like being people. We're not good at like the subtleties of this, so this is gonna be a really fun kind of interrogation.
So they cry for like a solid 3 minutes before like the man kind of steps forward and is like, thank you so much for bringing my daughter home.
Haruto gives a big thumbs up and goes, "No problem. Happy to." Well, I mean, he did most of the work.
He's just continuing to be silent and watch this exchange at the moment.
The man like gets on Hikaru and goes, thank you so much.
Okay, this is new.
It's called gratitude. I hear it's great.
You can stop, please. This is uncomfortable.
He stands up and goes, as you wish.
Thank you. Okay.
You may hug me.
Please. May we come in and have a seat? We would like. There's some questions we have. We'd like to maybe stop this from happening to anyone else.
He gestures you all inside and brings in his daughter, wife.
Yeah, the
and
reason
they
there's
all
a question is because he's trying to guess at the right words to say. He's like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Is the
I
spirit of
gotcha.
Atsuko sitting there saying, yay, keep going? Or like,
Haruto leans over to Hikaru and goes, "You're doing great."
okay. I'm trying to channel my inner Daisuke. He seems like a people person.
As you all are
He
inside,
really
kind of
is.
seated down across from them, like the wife fixes some tea, and the daughter sits kind of like between her parents, and it's just like, well, you have some questions.
Yeah. What happened? What did it? And where in the forest was it? How did you get to the forest? Like, this is word babble at this point in time. He's like just listing up. He's listing off the different questions. He doesn't realize he's saying them too quickly.
In response, Haruto goes, Hikaru, just one at a time. Let's start with one at a time.
What did this to you?
Good.
And she like takes a very deep sigh. She's like, kind of, you could tell like at least this much, like she's going somewhere that is not this conversation, and it is not comfortable for her. But she like composes
her shoulder. I gently place a hand on her shoulder. It's like, don't worry, I'm gonna go kill it.
She recoups and is just like, it was a strange demon. I was doing the laundry, just making sure I was pulling things in from drying and getting things set up for the next day, and I heard a noise. And so I went to check it out, and I saw other people kind of in this trance, and I heard this beautiful flute music, and then I came to, and I was in this cave. Terrible noises.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay.
Like her parents kind of like console her for like a brief second, and the father looks at you and goes, "Is there other?" I mean,
do you know where?
Kind of doesn't really know how to.
Do you know where this cave was in the forest? Like, if you just gave me a general direction.
She doesn't, like, she's thinking about it, but she has no idea how far she ran for, and she doesn't know how she got there.
It's okay.
So she just kind of like isn't able to provide all that information.
Okay. I turn to Haruto, which this is nice to look over at the names listed over here that you've set up in the server. So I can.
My pleasure.
Even though there's no way Hikaru remembers it, but now I can at least be like, I'm turning to Haruto.
Yeah.
Do we have like cotton or something? Like, maybe we could get them to put something, noise blocking in their ears at night. This might at least help temporarily until we're able to wipe out whatever this group is. Oh, he's completely forgotten about the fact that all these people are hearing this, so he may go into detail about how we're going to slaughter all these demons in front of these people because he's forgotten. Just a heads up, DM.
Haruto pulls Hikaru aside.
Oh.
And just says, well, let's not go into details just yet. I think we might be able to find something if we look around, but let's just reassure.
He turns and looks at them. He's like, do you have anything that you could use to like block your ears up at night? Like cotton or anything like that? If this noise persists, you wouldn't hear it.
They try and think about it, but they can't like come to anything. And then the wife chimes up. She goes, I know that some of the monks at the temple tend to bees. Maybe they have some beeswax.
Wow,
that's a good idea. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that might work.
And so she kind of like stands up and exits the house and like starts heading over to the temple at a more than brisk pace.
If you hadn't said that, I would have been like, Haruto slaps Hikaru on the back and goes, "Let us adjourn to some beeswax."
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay.
the wife takes off to go check in with the
I'm
temple.
glad you said so.
He turns. Yeah, Hikaru turns to the father in a jolt of inspiration and goes, "Where is your village leader, your elder, the person that's in charge, the magistrate? I don't know what the word is. Who's the person that oversees the village?"
The elder, he stays at the house just not too far up the road, right near town hall.
Okay. Thank you
Alright.
very much.
Thank you for your time. Naruto turns to Hikaru. Shall we?
Oh, we're Hikaru's already 2 steps out the door.
All right, we will pick up with the recon crew. Which I before we do that, Tenchi, what did you roll for survival?
I got on a 19.
Oh yeah, these are some A plus, like Fred Jones approved quality traps. Except that they're not probably going to be tripped by like a shaggy man and his dog. But quality traps. Daisuke, Atsuko, and Reikoku, how far are you heading into the woods to do recon?
I'm going as far as the others are willing.
How far is everyone willing?
I think we should at least maybe an hour. I think it shouldn't be long because it is starting to set and we should get back.
Agreed. Oh, would one of you mind helping me dress this? I kind of point to my wound. I don't want the small blood to like tip them off or anything.
Yeah, so I'll make a medicine check then.
All right. Roll that them their medicine.
I just said sure let me and I accidentally muted myself. I said it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Daisuke, you do a passable job. I mean, it's not really your area, but you're able to like just, bandage it. You don't really stitch him up, or you just kind of like bandage it, and it looks like it's not bleeding as much as before.
Well, I think this should definitely help.
All right. Well,
what do you think? God damn it, I'm forgetting names.
Atsuko.
Atsuko. What do you think?
Would you like to roll medicine?
Yeah, just let me.
Make sure Reikoku just doesn't bleed out in the forest.
That's also good.
25.
Yeah. You look at it and you're good. It's tight. But the issue being, the wound was not stitched, so it could definitely coagulate, but it's still gonna be bleeding for a while. So you just kind of like very aptly undo the bandages, like stitch Reikoku up with some nice, like not too painfully intrusive needlework, and rebandage it with some fresh bandages, and it is not really looking like it's bleeding.
Thank you. I never really liked needles.
Don't mention it.
Grandmother used to throw them at us. It looks good though. It's meant for a fine scar. All right, so pardon?
Huh? Oh no, sorry. Talking about dog. Sorry.
All right, so again, I guess the question is, how deep are y'all like gonna go? Like right now, you're about 30 feet into the dark woods.
I'd like to go as far as we could, but still make it back to the village before nightfall.
I mean, y'all have like it's like 3:15. Like you have at least a good, 4 to 5 hours before it like is gonna get dark.
But how long would it take us to get back to the village?
Okay.
I'd say we search for 2 hours, and that way it gives us 2.5 to get back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, everybody roll me an investigation. Atsuko, Daisuke, and Reikoku roll me an investigation.
Nope.
Ooh, I hope I get these rolls against my players in an hour. Because there's another hit the clip.
Fucking goddamn you!
22.
Natural
boss fight tonight.
20.
Ah.
All right. Well, Hawk is
It's a 24 total for me.
okay. So 22
22.
and 24 and a 6. Yeah. So, for Atsuko and Reikoku, this is rather easy. Like Reikoku, you got a look at like what the demon prints look like, so you're able to quickly kind of like follow them. And Atsuko, using your sense of smell, like you're able to kind of like keep up with them, and notice as well like like smell of dried blood, dead leaves, like things that are leading you all deeper in. And as he's kind of going off of sight and just his intuition, you're kind of like leading by smell. So you all are able to, I'll say you go about, and you're moving at a very cautious pace. You go about like 300 feet into the woods at like a very slow pace. And Daisuke, you kind of just like fumble along behind them, like you don't really notice anything, but you're not also making a lot of footwork. You're not drawing attention to yourself, but you just can't notice anything. And you all arrive at this area in the woods that stands out to you a bit, because it is this absolutely shrouded area, where there seems to be like this small like hole in the earth. Like it's not like it just kind of seems like this natural cavern that goes down into the hillside. And the scent of blood here is strongest. Go. It's nasty.
It's very nasty. I don't like it.
That's
I
nasty.
would like to go investigate that.
What do you smell with your elven nose?
Funny. It's just really bad. I just can't describe it.
You know what these canyons remind me of? We're in a canyon, right?
It's you're in the woods, but there's a cave
Sorry.
over by this hillside.
So you think the thing's coming from that cave?
I don't think. I feel like I know.
Yeah, looking at the tracks, I kind of get the same impression.
Yep. And Reikoku, this close to it, you are able to kind of like keep an eye out for the footprints. You can tell with certainty that there are a total of 8 demons. Now that you have dispatched one, you can safely assume that there are only 7 left.
There's at least 7 remaining.
Wonderful.
That's 1 for each of you. If you want to look at it that way.
Question: can we collapse the cave?
I don't think we have explosives.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Like
question,
your
question,
thing was just
question. Are you saying that
Mhm.
in character or out of character?
In character.
Okay,
like
never mind.
collapse in the cave.
Also, we totally have explosives. Reikoku just nuked the forest.
He are explosives.
He rolled a nat 20 on a technique that destroyed a few trees. Like, but it wouldn't. This is solid rock.
Fair enough.
Like you could try it, but more likely than not, you're going to just alert demon.
Question, DM. Question,
Mhm.
DM. If he's able to determine how many demons there are in there, would he not also be able to determine how many victims are in there?
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Because he's immediately talking about
possible,
blowing
yeah.
up and closing off a cave. And I'm
I will
"Ah."
say, I will say this. Right now, you can see the footprints, and a lot of them are old. I'll say this: there are
Well, we
at
know
least
there's at least
5.
a fresh set that
I
was
kind of
running
want to go
out.
investigate
There
the
are
cave.
at least
I do too,
5
honestly.
fresh footprints, and one of them, you notice that was going into the cave.
Do not
Assume
tell
that
me
that
it's a
was
child.
the woman that y'all
Yeah.
encountered.
The one came in.
Yeah.
So there may or may not be 4 other people alive in the cave.
You guys want to scout it out? Stealth in?
The issue, if we go in, see, because it's sunlight, aren't they going to be a little more agitated?
Well, we won't know if we find out.
Yeah.
How about this? Whoever, I don't think I'm good in stealthing in. Maybe I can stay out here just in case any of them do come.
Wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense.
Sounds like a good plan.
Atsuko, do you want to stay out here as well? Your senses are a little more heightened. Maybe be able to detect if more demons are coming up.
Might as well.
All right.
Also, I feel like only one of us should be in, danger going into the scary dark demon pit.
Gotcha.
2 are staying. 1.
If I die, send what effects I have to my siblings.
All right, so I need Reikoku to roll me stealth. Reikoku, since you have skill with intuition, you can roll with advantage.
Could you say that again? Because you cut out.
Reikoku rolls stealth with advantage, and Atsuko just rolls.
Again, he cut out. God damn it.
Atsuko roll stealth, I think you said.
Stealth?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stealth.
Okay.
Just roll.
Using
25.
25, okay.
I have better dex than I do. I got 23 though. One away from an at 20.
All right, you all are able to creep into the cave.
You hear the sound of the
And
flute and immediately become victims.
as far as you can tell, you have not been detected. Moving into the cave, it goes down for a ways. How far are y'all going to go in?
I think it was just me going in, right?
I mean, Atsuko is following you.
Yeah, I'm following.
Oh, okay, I thought you said you were staying out. Okay.
Daisuke staying out.
Okay.
2 goes in, 1 goes out.
Yeah, that's what. Sorry, I think I meant
I'm
to
sorry.
get a little backwards. I was like, "Hey, stay out here because your senses might pick up someone coming up to us." Okay. All right, let's do this then. Can I roll investigation to see if I can get any a feel of the cave or anything?
You can certainly, yeah.
I will also do an investigation.
I'm also glad I have my mask on because I feel like it would really stink in here.
I mean, the further down you go, yes,
It's
Even
just
to
awful.
yeah, like Atsuko, you're just dying right now.
I'm just covering my mouth and nose, trying not to be really sick.
I just unclip my Oni mask and hand it to her. Just might block out the smell a little bit.
Thank you.
So you got a 21 and you got a 20.
Yep.
No. That was for stealth. I didn't
Stealth.
even
Okay,
roll.
what's your investigation?
21.
Hey.
Okay. Both of you with your 21 investigations. This cave is there's not a whole lot to it. It seems to just go down. It's not like a mine or anything. This just seems to be more of a natural rock formation that was more or less probably caused by natural shifting of earth as well as rain flow. But as you all get down into it, you start to see here a couple different sets of bones and lots of spots of dried blood. And you don't see any demons. But you are also not sure how deep they may be in, because the less sunlight the better for a demon.
Right. Just whisper to Atsuko. Really wish we had Tenchi's wire traps right now.
You can say that again.
Gonna set traps as we go. Be nice.
Make another stealth check.
Yep.
Alrighty. For both?
Mm-hmm.
26.
21 again.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Because I talked. Wisdom save.
Is that say he kind of cut out like a little bit towards the end. I heard wisdom, that was it.
Wisdom save. Roll a wisdom,
Wisdom
save.
save. Okay.
19 Walker.
Okay.
$18.
So a 19 and an 18.
Had to do my math there, being very slow.
Reikoku and Atsuko, you begin to hear an eerily haunting tune that is echoing through the caves.
Well,
Now the
sweet
road-
Bun Army, it was nice knowing you.
All around me, because remember, this feels like it's going after a woman. So
Reikoku, you hear the tune and your mind begins to get foggy, but you are familiar with things that are designed to disorient, mislead, poison, things that are designed to muddle the mind. So you are able to kind of like focus on your training, focus on the things that normally like you would use to kind of like break any like hypnosis or illusion. Like you just focus on specific instances or memories and you're able to kind of like bring yourself out of it. Atsuko, you're not so lucky.
because it goes after the woman.
You hear this tune. Well, it's because you rolled an 18 is what it is. You hear this tune.
The DC's not suddenly higher because you have a vagina. That's
Yeah. I mean, I could have been like, oh yeah, the echoing off the caves. I mean, but it was though. And your mind goes blank. And Reikoku, you watch as Atsuko begins to walk deeper into the cave.
I'm immediately wrapping my chains around her arms, and I'm going to try and start dragging her ass out of the cave full speed.
As you go to wrap your chains around her arms, all you hear is, well, well, well. Seems a little few flies have come to my net. Unfortunately for you, I don't give up my food that easily. And Reikoku, from behind you, you can hear hissing and growling as you turn around, you are flanked by 3 other demons. As one demon kind of steps into your viewpoint, and they have these blackened bone spikes kind of protruding from each of their arms, from the elbow out, that have holes in them, and as they are moving, you can hear like whistling of wind passing through them, and your mind begins to kind of like feel foggy again. And he goes, now then, who do you think you are? And that is where we'll end tonight's session, because we are out of time.
Shit.
Oh, no, let's continue. Come on, let's
God,
go
well,
a little
wait,
bit
we're-
longer.
Yeah, we're out of time. I'm sorry. Next week,
no more.
or the week after next.
We've got more time. You're just lying.
I'm really not. I got work in the morning.
All right, well, forget you. We can continue ourselves, right, guys?
So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out One Piece Alabaster Bridged episode 2.
Please do. It needs
Hey,
your love
I
and support.
saved it. The one time was at the end.
Yes,
Honestly,
it needs your
though,
absolute.
if you hadn't ended it there, I was gonna use it right then.
Just the flute demon walks out, and by the way,
And Flute Demon walks out and says, and by the way, kids, make sure to check out One Piece Alabaster Bridged episode 2. If you don't, I'll fucking eat you. Like,
I'll eat them both.
and so will Rimuru, because that's how we roll. So I just love this whole idea, by the way. Oh, look, a deep, dark, creepy cave that we know the demons have gone into. We know that there's 7. We're just gonna walk in there with like 2 people. This isn't suicidal
2
at all.
goes in, 1 comes out. 2 comes in, 1 comes out.
No,
Not even
2 goes
that.
in, 2 goes in,
Why
1
did
comes
you go
out.
in? Like,
D-
even
yeah,
Daisuke-
yeah. 2 go in. Daisuke has a panic attack. That's essentially what's happening.
I'm essentially like,
Daisuke's like,
Daisuke, why didn't you stop them?
Well,
I'm playing my character straight. That is his instinct. He's like, all right, I need to scout in here. That's why I thought he was going in alone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I get Atsuko and Reikoku
I
killed.
won't let Atsuko won't let her teammates die. Like,
But
you know,
yes, straight out, ladies and gentlemen, F in chat for Sweet Bean Bun Army.
Sweet Bean Bun.
We weren't here long, but we were here. We were strong and we were passionate, and now it's over.
It's
maybe.
All right. Well,
Maybe.
I have.
Long
maybe.
live-
I mean, she's wearing Reikoku's mask, so she'll make a badass corpse at least.
long live,
God damn it.
long live the new ship.
Long live, like,
Feral
3
and formal.
maybe
Long
4
live the
ships.
new ship. Feral and
New
formal.
ships came in.
Like-
and-
Daisuke did say, "Hey, you like they are going to be a lot more aggressive."
Fair enough. But as always, I have been your Dungeon Master, Walkmaniac C. With me are my fantastic and amazing role players, Lady Chan, FelTheVA, TheHawkAbridged, and Vextall24. And joining us is the amazing guest, Cody Rock VO. God bless you, sir. Do you think you'd be able to make the one in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks, unfortunately not. I will.
Oh.
I'll be in
Well then,
Texas
well,
still.
well then,
Show
at that
up at
point,
Lady
that's
no,
right,
show up with
that's
Lady
right.
Chan. You could do it there.
Yeah.
well, I mean, at that point, with situation, Haruto could have gone for help.
Hold on. Actually, hold up. What if we do like this?
We
Since
have
it is a two-parter, and you guys are going to be doing your con thing, and that means we
Yeah.
probably won't have Lady Chan as well. Can we pick this up next week, and we'll do anime and stuff that week?
I'm game.
In 2 weeks, when is that? That's
No.
the second.
That's
Next
December
week,
2nd.
Next
December
week.
2nd.
Next week, could we do?
So do it on the 25th?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Next
the-
Monday. Yeah, the 25th. Okay. Yeah.
I
Okay,
mean,
so the 25th. Let me check my schedule.
hey, I mean, if he's down to like hang in my hotel while we do D&D,
No, I'm not relying on hotel internet.
hotel
That's a
internet.
good
No, I'll use not my hotel internet, but we'll bring a.
And we've already had bad luck with hotspots.
Yeah. No,
so
for it, but
I can do next Monday.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to. I am actually, in order to pick up extra hours, I picked up a shift that evening, so I would not be able to do that.
Okay.
What if we have? What if
We'll
we? What if
see you in 3
I?
weeks, guys?
See you Monday? Question mark? Next Monday? Not this
No,
coming
no.
Monday?
Well, to the 25th, I am working. I just said that.
No,
There's
the
just
second.
She's saying the second, like see you.
The second. Oh, the
I thought
second
you
of-
guys
of
said that y'all were doing that. Y'all
December.
had a
If
thing
well,
on the
okay,
second.
if we have good internet connection at the hotel, can we do it? Like,
No.
I mean,
That's-
I can
that's up to
do
you.
December 2nd.
Actually, I'm gonna supersede this with a no because I'm gonna be far too busy.
Okay.
At the beginning of December because there are 3 projects that I'm having to work on, and I'd rather use that time off.
So
We will pick
you wanna
back
do, like,
up. We will
December
pick back
9th or
up on the
16th?
9th.
Okay, the 9th. I can do that.
I can do that.
And actually, that gives me a chance. Fel, are you free on the 2nd?
Like you guys have no idea how much
Yes.
stuff. Well, Lady knows, but
yeah.
Mhm.
a lot of you have no idea how much pickups we have to do for the
Gotcha.
Christmas special. Like, there's a lot.
Then in this case, Fel, if you're free on the 2nd,
Yeah,
did
we
you,
can do.
Did you want to do the D in December?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a. So we were planning to do something for D&D December. One of the sessions might as well just be the first, since obviously we're gonna have to leave this 2-parter conclusion. Since
I'd
Yeah,
rather
we
do
have
it
to-
next week, but you're working, Walker, so that's
I
What?
I need money.
I was
yeah,
gonna ask,
but
what do
okay,
we-
emergency situation. If if you find out that you're not able to do those hours, we will immediately do it. We will immediately change back to that Monday.
Okay.
In the off chance that you end up getting free time, we'll just do the D&D game that way. Guys, just be prepared for both. Like, either we're going to be doing it next Monday or we're doing it on the 9th. Just be prepared for both. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
All right then.
I don't trust
Cody-
hotel
Cody, does
internets,
the
and I
9th work
do
for
not
you?
trust like Fat Dog entirely with all its technical problems.
Yeah,
with
the
What
nice
about a
hotspots.
hotspot? Oh, I was gonna say, what about if I use a hotspot on my phone?
Again.
I know. I
Welcome
heard.
to Fat Dog Studios, where technical issues abound.
Like, here's how bad they are. I wasn't here the first 40 minutes of the game because my computer decided to update and then crash. This is how bad Microsoft is. Their update corrupted my computer. I had to system restore a month ago.
Oof.
Yeah.
So
but-
there you go,
but-
ladies and gents.
Fat Dog
All right.
Technologies.
Fat Dog
All right.
Technologies.
So then, let's end it here. We'll see you guys in. I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
know.
see you guys next time.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Let's
We'll,
say
we'll,
that.
we'll follow us on Twitter and stuff. We'll have an announcement when we.
Yeah, we'll have an
I
announcement
just
when we do
love
it.
the idea that he was like, thanks to all my amazing, and then he lists all of you, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just a regular dude. I know.
Oh, and Richie.
I said Richie Roberts VO.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that at
I
all. I heard
said it.
everybody's name but mine, and I was like, you know what? This actually makes me happy. I'm okay with just being the regular
Okay.
dude. I'm actually okay with
Okay.
not being fantastic. A hinged sliding and revolving barrier at the entrance to a building, room, or vehicle in which. the
Oh, I
three
get
of
it.
them are
Jared's
covered
talking about a
goddamn
door.
Doors.
Yeah.
Door.
How
You know what,
oh,
though? I should have known it'd be
Oh.
trouble because a cave is nature's door.
that is true. We could plan it for. We could still plan it for 2 weeks if you guys wanted to meet up and do it at Eva's house. She lives in Dallas.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
So do it on the second.
She's 10 minutes from
Ava.
the hotel, so we could
Hey,
do it on
Ava.
the second.
Yeah, Ava, I need to talk to you.
Mm,
I need to figure out which hotel is 10 minutes from you. That would be great.
just follow us on Twitter. We'll announce when we on Twitter
I love in
because
all caps. I
gotta
live in
logistics this.
Dallas.
I didn't know. Okay.
yeah, we're gonna have to logistics.
I know
this,
where that
so
is.
Right outside
We'll-
of DFW.
we'll let you know.
Yeah.
I know where that is.
We'll talk about it off stream. All
Yeah.
right, guys.
Twitter. Yeah,
Or
check Twitter.
will we?
Check Twitter. Check our Discord. We'll announce then.
Also,
All
make
right.
sure while you're at it to check One Piece Alabasta Bridged episode 2.
Damn it! He got another one in on me.
End the stream. End the stream.
I'm the one in charge of the stream. Ha
All
ha!
right, everyone, bail!
Bill.
Ah!
Retreat.
Oh, I do have a game question to ask after Walker.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can ask it when the stream ends.
Oh,
Yeah, I
goodness.
know, that's-
Okay.
that's what I meant.
So, thank you guys so much. Once again, holy crap, Salty Rick. I mean, if you're just gonna, like, thank you just for all the stuff. But yeah, thank you for helping us immediately reach the funds that we needed for, I almost said Project Cave again. I'm like, Log Horizon Abridged, Alabasta, or no, Alabasta Abridged, Log Horizon. No!
Abridged.
We've abridged so much. It's a bridgeception. No, Log Horizon Abridged Christmas special. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. We'll be coming out on the 24th. It's a long one. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We haven't
You
even
got the
put the
dragon
final
portrait?
scene together. We have not even put the final scene together, and it's already over 20 minutes. Yeah. Holy shit, guys. You're in for a treat. It's going to take a while to upload, and then we're going to try and premiere it. So,
Nice.
woo, we will have a backup just in case. We will have a backup on our website just in case of any copyright issues. But yes, we are putting up a 20+ minute video that we hope you guys are looking forward to. Holy shit, it's so we've seen it in just its like base raw form, and it's really funny. So we can't wait for you guys to see it. And you guys have already gotten a clue because we've had some floating heads that we've played around with on chat. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. All right. Talk to you later. One Piece Alabasta Bridge, episode 2. Go watch it. And Slime 2 is up on the website for people that were curious about that. Oh, by the way, we have a website. If you didn't know, we have a website.
Go check out the website.
Go check out the website and go check out all of the crazy pictures that we have from AWA. And that's not even all of the ones that we have so far. We're still waiting on stuff that's on there. I'm going to go see if Calvin's still playing Destiny 2, and we're going to go hang out with him and level him up. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Watch One Piece.
Bye-bye.
The actual show, not just our abridged. Watch One Piece.